Welcome to the Commander Signal, the audio extension of the HTTRC Facebook page, and your home for the Redskins past and the Commanders future. The Commanders future. All right. Oh man. What can we say? Alex can't be here tonight. Sometimes our schedules just don't line up, and see, Alex is in the sunny beaches and the nice palm trees in sunny Canada, and I'm down here in the frozen tundra of southern Louisiana. So sometimes our times don't line up. So it is what it is. So he couldn't make it. So I'll be here alone. You have to deal with me and me alone. Oh well. But I want to start off with my post I made to the group, to the page. I'm used to groups. To my page here, to the HTTRC Facebook page that this thing is all about. And, just want to address that. So we did. And I want to thank the following members who showed up and had positive things to say. We appreciate you, like Cynthia Kramer, thank you. Ian Nelson, cool people. Tia Holloway, nice. Thomas Edwards, Johnny Gibson, Ray Love, we love you. Peggy Elliott, Ike Mitchell, and of course, Eugene Snow, who apparently is an admin of the page we forgot existed. Not that we forgot you existed, but we forgot you were such a part of this thing, man. We're gonna have to get him on here soon. That's gonna happen. I don't know if we could try to get him on the YouTube thing. If not, I'll get him on audio. We'll do something. But we're with you, Eugene. Thanks for being with us for so long. I know he was with us from the beginning. I knew that much. I forgot the part where we made him an admin, but man, we've had this thing for so long, and sometimes me and Alex were in and out of this, so things happen. But I want to thank all you guys that were supportive of this whole thing. We got rid of a lot of negativity and crap we don't need, and I think the overall positivity is great for everyone that commented, man. We hope to see you all around more. It would be great. We've been doing this page for 11 years. We've been fans for way longer than that. So just know that we're doing this. I feel like so far we're the only actual Commanders fan group at this point. I feel like a lot of other people are still catering to there'll always be the Redskins crowd, which is ridiculous. We absolutely love and will always talk about the Redskins, but that era is over, and we move on. So we are with the Commanders, and we're going to talk about them. Before we do that, as I always say, we do respect the Redskins past, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Sean Taylor tribute, which is kind of what started this whole thing for me and my aggravation with our fans. I'm not gonna lie. The news came out that they were gonna unveil a statue in tribute to Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor meant a lot to me. I have the jersey. I have the program from when he passed that they had at the stadium. I got one. Got a lot of rookie cards and all that stuff, man. Big, huge fan of his. And they said they were gonna do a statue to him. And when I saw it, I was like, I thought they said statue. So I'm with y'all on that. I didn't go post it everywhere. I didn't plaster it all over Twitter and Facebook. I thought it to myself for a minute and didn't overreact. I'm like, wow, I thought they said statue, but fine. I mean, it's cool. They have some cool elements to it. A lot of people complained about elements of it that were uniquely his. The Nike jersey thing, everybody points out, I think is fair, but I'm just assuming they did what they could with that. I don't know the reasons or whatever. I'm just assuming there's something to it. Try to take a rational approach, which is insane, I guess, now, right? But all I do know is that his daughter Jackie loved it. And first of all, it started there. Like, I remember when he passed and was tragically taken away from everyone. I know that she was a baby. And to see her there grown, I was like, wow, I'm old. And like, wow, it's amazing to see what she's become. And she's just this young lady now that's truly becoming a great person. And I know she loved the tribute. I know she was proud of it. I know that the family had a part of it. And I everybody that rushed to social media to put out their opinion because you got to have an opinion out there, which is what I'm doing now. But still, everybody got to get rush and get their opinions out right away and trash it and talk shit. And I think that sucks. The immediate reactions from everyone is, oh, it's disgraceful, it's disrespectful. What I think is disgraceful and disrespectful is the fact that his daughter, who was a baby when he was murdered, had to go on Twitter and see everyone complain and cry and whine like y'all always do. It's funny that crowd of people who are always the first to point out that they changed the name because they're wussies and because they get their feelings hurt, or the ones crying all the damn time. Come on, man. This girl had her father taken away from her at a young age. She was proud of the tribute. She was moved to tears by it. She loved it. That's enough. That's all that should matter. That's it. I mean, come on. Now she has to go on social media and see all you losers whine behind your computers. And it just sucks. I thought that was the most disrespectful thing, was the fans' reaction to it. If she loved it, fine. They probably could have done better, and I'm sure somewhere down the line they might. We got new management coming in, which, by the way, is another thing. Oh my God, the fan sites, they keep adding shit like sell the team. They are. I don't know if you pay attention to headlines and shit, or if you're on the internet besides to post your goddamn opinion for 5 seconds, you'll notice they are selling the team. It's gonna happen. So there's that. But anyway, that's it. This for the Sean Taylor tribute. I think it was pretty. There's parts of it that I thought was pretty cool. I expected something different too. By the way they described it, I think that's where they went wrong. Is that I don't know if they should have called it a statue. I think that's where they went wrong. They might have should have just said we'll have a really cool Sean Taylor display, and that might have. And don't matter, y'all are going to complain no matter what, most of you guys, but I think they could have worded that differently and probably saved some heartache. I'm just so disappointed in most of the fans, and to be honest, I think it's just the vocal fans that are the problem. If I noticed anything by the post that I made, is that you guys that I listed earlier that had nothing but positive things to say that came out of nowheres. I think that kind of brought to life my faith in the fan base a little bit more, because all I see is the negativity, and I got rid of all that crap. Everybody that came up with that crap, I blocked and got rid of. And I expected to have absolutely zero positive comments. And that's what happened, to be honest, until this morning, where it was just a long list of cool people coming out of nowhere that outweighed all the negative people by a lot. The number doubled it. And I was like, okay, maybe it's like that in real life too, I hope. Maybe that you guys that have a more positive outlook on the team and are willing to move forward with it do outweigh and outnumber the vocal idiots that just say stupid stuff. So that's what I'm hoping. I don't have the numbers to back that up yet, but that's what I'm hoping. I think we'll move forward. And I guarantee you, someday, because the NFL is a cycle, someday this team's going to be a Super Bowl team. It's going to happen. And when that day comes, all of y'all that are whining, bitching, and complaining about the name are going to pretend that y'all were fans from the beginning. And I'm sitting here telling you that I know for a fact you weren't. So there you go. Except for the list of names that I just read, we have a video documentation of that. Those are the cool people that came out of nowheres that said, yo, we're fans no matter what. We're fans. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for being fans of this page for this long. Thank y'all for still being fans. If you don't want to, see yourself out the fucking door. Other than that, we'll move on. Our win over the Falcons. That was great, right? 19-13 came down to the end. Again, can we please get a comfortable win? The Texans one was close to it, but oh goodness. Another heartache, man. Heart attack game. My boy Robinson just stole the show again. I said that about him last week when nobody was really talking about him as much last week. I said he stole the show last time. He was running it thin, but this time was definitely his show. He made sure of it. They decided to go run heavy this game, and it was all his, man. he he ran that touchdown in no matter what was in front of him. It didn't matter. Rigo style. He was just plowing whatever was in front of him. Great. I love Brian Robinson, man. Brian, good Lord. I'm so proud of that dude. I'm so proud of this whole team. Can you imagine? And I've said this about the fan base. But can you imagine being this team that came into this with the front office being an absolute disaster? And you can't turn to that. That's a mess. You can't turn to the fans because half of the fans hate them. Half of the fans are dogging on him just because of a stupid name change they can't get over, which is lame. Like all they can do is play for themselves and each other, and they have. They've totally played for each other. It's all they got is each other, and they're holding on to that. And that's awesome to see. I'm so proud of this team, the way all of them have handled it, especially Brian, who on top of that got, what happened to him. I don't even want to bring it up because he said don't bring it up, so I won't. We all know the story, and we know what happened for him, and that's even more, and he's still stuck with it. Is still shining for this team. It's amazing. What a guy. And he's shining this. He got the game ball as he should have. Everybody saw the big goofy hat thing, and some people hate it, some people love it. They're just having fun. I think it's great. It's good stuff. So Brian Robinson is an amazing dude. I hope we can keep him. McLaurin, everybody on this team. Heineke's showing up. Just what a team. But yeah, man, we went run heavy on this one, so it was his time to shine, and he did. We got the end zone and the at the end of the game that sealed it for a huge win for us. Thought it was great. We had that spot earlier in that we settled for a field goal instead of a touchdown. That could have sealed it at that point, which is the Washington way. They're living up to the Redskins name on that one. Oh my goodness, I'm like right here. Like, can we please just get a touchdown and then this? And no, it's a field goal. We hit more threes than Stephen Curry. That's what we do. Oh, it's always a three. In basketball, that's good. Here's it's like, oh, come on, I just need 7 to end this. And no, it's gonna be a field goal and it goes back, and the game is to end up being tighter than it needed to be. But the point is they made it happen. Defense showed up. They again, like Alex always says, you bend, don't break. They always do. You might bend a little, you might give a little, but you don't let them get the win, and they always come up. Amazing. So shout out to defense. Shout out to Brian Robinson. Amazing game. Got the win. Improved to 7-5. Still last in the division, but only because the Giants are 7-4. It's the only thing keeping them ahead of us at that point. Dallas is 8-3, and the Eagles lead at 10-1. Ron Rivera got his 100th career win, so congrats to Coach Ron, who's also going through enough of his problems, battling cancer, losing his mom. Again, wow, this team is just going through so much together and just only have each other to lean on because most of you can't get with the goddamn program. But there's those of us like this page that I know none of them are seeing, sadly. But there are people like us that are fans of theirs and fans of what this team's going to be. Got a young team that I think is fighting hard for the personality and the direction of what this team's going to be. They're doing the Commanders thing. They're bringing it somewhere, giving this thing an identity it didn't have. They deserve to be recognized as that and not hold on to some past stuff that they weren't even a part of, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where it should be. Inkling, good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the division race. If we were in any other division, we'd be killing it. As it stands right now, the whole entire NFC East is in the playoffs. If we were anywhere else, we'd probably be leading the division automatically. It's crazy. The NFC East was called the NFC least for a couple of years there because all of us were struggling at the same time, and all of a sudden, all of us got better at once. And to be honest, the other three have gotten much better, much quicker. And there are a lot more solid teams out there. And it's tough on our end. If it wasn't such, we'd be a lot higher than we are now. But man, crushing. Wow. So next, looking ahead, of course, we're gonna do this kind of quick because it's just me. I don't have anyone to bounce off of. Alex is supposed to attach a video to the end of this, so let's hope he does and can. So you can check out his thoughts on the week from there, and he'll post his version of that with me. But yeah, looking ahead, the Giants coming up next twice. And what is, I think, the weirdest spot I've ever seen. What is going on there? Wow. Obviously, I'm thinking, and this is crazy because I'm thinking best case scenario, we have to split, right? We have to split here. Got to split wins. I mean, dream scenario is we win both, but I'm not seeing that. I'm trying to be realistic. It's one thing to be a fan. It's one thing to be realistic. I've always been realistic as a football fan. First page of notes going. I fear the way I'm seeing it in my head. I feel like we might lose the first game coming up here this week after having this hot streak and going 5-1 or whatever. We've had this hot streak going, and I feel like going into the bye, we might let this one slip. The Giants just lost to the Cowboys Thanksgiving Day. We'll talk about that. But I feel like maybe going into the bye, we might slip this game, which is then going to send all you fake fans out there going, see, I told you. But anyway, I feel like the way it's going to go is we might lose this one going into the bye, get our rest. The Giants are going to go have a different battle somewhere else, come back, and we might be able to get the win on them after. That's what I'm thinking. So I feel like we're going to split, and I feel like we'll probably win the second one out of those two. To win both would be amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to be realistic, and I feel like a split's going to happen, and that's what I feel like might happen. Again, I know all y'all hold my feet to the fire because I actually make predictions, but that's just my thoughts on it. It's how I feel like it'll probably go. We'll see. Prove me wrong, win both. Nobody'd be happier than I will. Other than that, that's about it. I'm gonna do some general NFL news. Big Thanksgiving Day happened. That was nice. Hope everybody had a great holiday on that. I know we did. Ate a lot, watched a lot of football and shit. Drank some that night, watched the Vikings cover for me. Oh man. Good stuff. The big Thanksgiving Day, the Lions were really close to a big upset. They almost snuck that one out. That was fun. We were about to leave my mom's house, and I was watching that last field goal. I was like, "Oh man!" I had the Bills, so I had the Bills on that. So I was I was happy I got my pick right, but by the end of it, I was pulling for the Lions because I wasn't expecting it to be that close. So I had the Lions. I think covering the spread on that. Yeah, I had the Bills winning and the Lions covering. So I was right on both sides of that. By the end of it, I was hoping the Lions would win. They fought so hard. It was good stuff. The Giants let me down against Dallas, like I said earlier. I really thought they were going to just win. They covered, so I was right on that part. And the only thing I got wrong is they didn't win. And again, like I said, the Vikings won across the board and covered, like I said they would. I went 5-1 on my picks, which you can check out. I'm going to share them here from now on too. I'm going to start a little thing. I do pick six every week where I do a little short on YouTube where I'll pick 3 random games each week, and then we're gonna pick them straight and against the spread. If y'all know what that is, if you don't, it's okay. But the gambling stuff. But I went 5-1 Thanksgiving Day. That was the first one I did. So good stuff. Can't promise it'll always be that good. We'll see. Just for fun. Just so I can make fun of how bad I do. Or bask in the glory as I kill it. But we'll see. I doubt it. I just jinxed that. Anyway. So check out my pick six videos. Those will be coming soon to the page. And yeah, the Panthers beat the Broncos. Little general NFL news. The Broncos are imploding, man. Russell Wilson. Wow. The Hawks are, doing fairly well. And the Broncos aren't. And you guys see them getting into arguments on the sideline. They're trying to play down. And man, the Broncos are imploding. The Jets pulled out a big win. The Jets are for real, man. I feel like if they put some more pieces together, they've turned things around. The Jets are pretty decent. they're doing some real stuff, man. And speaking of the Eagles, they defeated the struggling Packers again, man. And talking about imploding, I don't know what's going on with Green Bay, but boy, if they cost me some picks this year, I don't think I'll touch them at all. I keep picking the Packers to like, well, maybe this will be the week, and they kill me every time. But that's all I can say, man. There you go. That's all the notes. Uh, like I said, Alex is probably going to add a little video of his own to this. We're going to keep it short tonight because it's already late for me. But that's it. Thank you guys. Thanks for everybody who seriously. Thank everybody that's we're gonna go this way. Thanks to everybody that's stuck with the page. We appreciate you guys so much. Eugene, I'm talking to you now, and we're definitely gonna try to get you involved and hopefully get to talk to you on here. Hopefully Alex will be here next time. I hope he enjoys the white sand beaches and palm tree area. So we hope you enjoy the weather out there in Canada as everything's looking beautiful in the sunshine. And I'm down here just trying to stay warm and not freeze to death in southern Louisiana, man. All right. That's it. We'll catch y'all next time, next week. Giants. Here we go. We'll see. See how it goes. All right, later, y'all.
All right, guys, it's Alex here. Just want to give a big thanks to Kenneth for doing so much for this podcast and for our HTTRC page. I know we all appreciate him here. You've shown that with your support after his post there in regards to us always respecting the Redskins' tradition and history of past while also embracing the Commanders' present and future. Um, there's not really much I disagree with, if anything, from what he talked about here today. In regards to that statue, the family was okay with what was there and thought the tribute was touching and important. So I'm not going to criticize anything there. I don't feel it's really our place to do that. This was a gesture that was done for the family, and the family appreciates it. Um, I do find it a little hilarious that we have a fan base with some fans where it almost seems like any positive news they're ready to pick apart because of all the negative that we've experienced in the past. I'm hoping that with the change of ownership in the future, that we start to get a lot less people that are crying sell the team, and we finally get people that are ready to embrace the Commanders for what they are. This team plays hard, does everything to the best that they can, and has done a lot to eliminate some of the negative um, connotations and preconceptions that a lot of people and players have had of this franchise and the team. So I'm really hopeful that the future is a bright one for us. And here at HTTRC and with the Commander Signal, we are very happy to all of the people that are, sorry, we are very happy for all of the people that listen. And I have to say, you are the guys that makes it worth it for us to do this content and keep you guys engaged on Sundays and whenever we play football. With the upcoming series here with the New York Giants, I am hoping we can actually win both games. Like Ken, I feel that us winning one of the two is more realistic. Where I feel that we're going to keep riding this hot streak we have from the recent wins. And I'm hoping we can pull off that upset here on Sunday against the Giants. I'm predicting a score of 21-17 for our Commanders. So we'll have to see how that goes. Um, Otherwise, though, I just wanted to give a nice shout out to our defensive line again. Our defense gave up a good amount of yardage in that last game against the Falcons. However, the D line was a force to be reckoned with, getting to Marcus Mariota several times and then disrupting ball carriers in the backfield. It was a beautiful sight. The only one area of concern I have with that game is that we had limited passing in the second half, but the field conditions weren't the greatest, and we had the lead, so we were just playing ball control football. I'm not reading too much into that low passing yardage. Otherwise, I do have to say, thank you very much for listening here. Next week, I am going to make sure that my schedule is clear and the time frame I need so that Kenneth and I can do an episode here together and kind of get back to normal. I really do appreciate every single one of you that takes the time to listen, leave a nice comment or any feedback whatsoever. Um, you guys have been wonderful. I am a creator here that kind of sometimes struggles with the whole concept of, do I want to keep doing this? Is this really what is meant for me? And every time I see one like or an interaction or anything on the content I create, it helps reassure me that there are people out there like you guys that do embrace it. And it's quite honestly why we keep doing everything here. Football isn't just a game, it's a community. And a lot of you in our group have shown that you are part of a great community here, and we just hope to continue putting out good content for you. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week here. And from Ken and I, we cannot wait to see you guys on Sunday and interact with you more as we talk the present Commanders football. And I'm going to do a couple things as well to make sure that we're doing more tributes and acknowledgement of Redskin past. So that way we have a nice little balance. And otherwise, again, enjoy the rest of your week. Take care. Stay safe, guys.